Our world, if it is a reflection of what we predominantly think and what we mostly think, then we must pay utmost attention to what goes on inside, because sooner than later that is going to be reflected on the outside. And that, in short, is a mental diet. That is, we are careful about what we are feeding our minds, or if there is already something that has been fed to us which is not serving us, which is negative in nature, then we must make sure that it does not remain included in our mental diet. If you start changing a mental diet consistently, things on the outside will change. Now, how does one do a mental diet? Everything that we consume with our five senses goes and registers in our mind, because our mind is the perceiver and it is connected with these five senses. By themselves, the five senses don't mean anything. Quick example would be, if you are unconscious or sleeping, you are still alive and all your senses are working fine, but the mind has been cut off. So there is no perception of the senses. You get the picture. So the mind is the active ingredient in this. The mind is the observer who's taking information from these five senses. And now what has happened is, in our world, our visual sense, the sense of sight, has been overloaded with unnecessary images. We do see this on social media. We consume a lot of mindless content. Sometimes, in fact, there is violent content, negative content, gossipy content. There are comments and reels, and it's endless. That is not a good mental diet. I go to the extent of telling myself, and I also tell my close friends, that you are the god of your own life. You literally determine what happens in your life. You are the god of your life. And these recurring mental thoughts, the inner talking that you do, is what reflects on the outside. When Arjun and Lord Krishna were standing on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and Arjun just gave up his arms and he slouched in his chariot and said, I can't do this, I can't kill these people, I'm feeling this, I'm almost feeling squeamish, my mind is in a tizzy and I'm feeling weird, and I have no strength in my limbs anymore, I cannot stand up and fight. Do you think Arjun was on a good mental diet at that time? He wasn't. That's when Lord Krishna showed him the light, gave him the supreme knowledge of how he should think about things, how he should look at himself as well. Look at yourself, know your place in the world, know who your true self is, and then stand up and do your supreme duty of being a warrior. So what I'm trying to tell you is that even the Lord, the great Lord, is wanting for you to look at your own self, because that is the key. You are the own key to your life. Nobody on the outside can do it. And the tricky part is this, that you need to be on your own team. You need to tell yourself things that you want others to say to you. I'm going to repeat that. You need to start telling yourself the same things that you want others to say to you. Whether or not the outside world recognizes you as the genius that you are, talented person, whatever else that you want to hear, you need to start telling yourself first from within. And then it may or may not happen from the outside, but you know what? If you're convinced of who you are, if you make a list of your qualities in the privacy of your own mind or on your note app on your phone, just make a list of what makes you this amazing person. You probably don't think it, but you have a lot of amazing qualities, and you need to be on your own team. So this is the logical part, that anyway you should do this because you'll feel good, because you need to be on your own team, because it will increase your self-confidence and self-esteem, etc., etc. You'll have a positive image about yourself in your head. But I'm going one step further and also saying that a good mental diet, which constitutes being on your own team and saying good things to yourself, will also change the world outside. That is the key. The outside world does not have control over you. You are the god of your world. God helps those who help themselves. What do you think that means? So try it. Let me know in the comments if you did try it, and I'm going to leave the playlist of my previous videos which will lay out a foundation for all the next videos that we are going to tackle. I'm going to link them right here or in the description below. Thank you so much for your time, and see you in the next video.